Hi guys, it's Kahlen Barry. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, if you know who I am, welcome back to my channel. As you can see about the title, today I'm going to be talking about what your zodiac sign doesn't want anybody to know. Now you all have something shady about you that you don't want people to find out, but I'm sorry, for today's video I'm going to have to expose you. It's over for you. So hold on to them wigs and hold on to them pay stubs, because today you're about to get checked. Similar to the video that I did where I talked about what I hate about your zodiac signs, today my Gemini twin is about to take over and he doesn't give 0 Fs. Colin's going to be clocking out and Barry is going to be clocking in. So if you can't handle the honesty, then honestly you shouldn't have watched this video. I'm sorry I had to do it to you, but the jig is up. I'm enjoying this a little bit too much. My Scorpio midhaven is thriving guys. Subscribe, tap the like button, tap that bell. But before we start spilling the tea, I'm excited to announce that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with over 25,000 classes in design, business, and more. Premium memberships give you unlimited access so you can join all the classes and all the communities that are just right for you. Whether you're doing it to fuel your curiosity, your creativity, or even your career, Skillshare is the place to go. It keeps you learning, it keeps you innovative, and you can use all of your new information to help you thrive. And I'm super excited because Skillshare is letting me hook you guys up today with free classes. The first 500 of you guys to use the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial of Skillshare, and an annual subscription starts at just $10 a month after the free trial. And that 2-month trial comes with unlimited access. Do you know how many different things that you can learn about in 2 months? I saw they had some stuff over there about photography, and I need to get my Instagram popping, so I'll definitely be looking into that, that's for sure. So get out there, get into those groups, build some connections with like-minded people. But yeah, thanks again so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and also hooking my subscribers up with a free 2-month trial. But now, here are the things that every single zodiac sign doesn't want you to find out. So we're starting with Aries. I got an Aries moon, so this is definitely gonna relate to me. I'm about to be dragging myself. But Aries people feel like they have to water themselves down because they're so passionate about everything and everyone mistakes that for aggression that they start to tone themselves down just to be understood. It feels like a constant fight for people to understand your intentions and where you're coming from, because people easily take the things that you say the wrong way, and I struggle with that personally. But now to the dragon part, y'all be cutting up. Some of the reason why I feel like you need to hold back is because other people make you feel like you're crazy, but then some of it is because you know you will say something that will end some friendships, that will ruin people's lives, that'll destroy marriages, that'll destroy everything, because you guys just literally have no filter, no chill at all. You guys do not hold back, you do not care. And some of you guys still continue to go run your mouths, but some of you guys know the power that your words actually have. So that's why you also be watering yourself down, because it's almost like you have to put the fire out before you cause explosions, basically. Taurus, you guys are just always there for everybody else. Like, all of your friends always come back to you for support because you're steady and you're reliable and you're consistent, and because you're an earth sign. So sometimes Taurus people feel like they're a last resort for everybody else, because you might have friends who are wild and going all over the place and cutting up, but you'll always be there to catch them because that's just your nature. The Taurus secret is that they want somebody to put them first one day, and that they want some more attention. As much as they seem like they're so chill and relaxed, they want attention too. They're tired of being ignored, they're tired of being slept on. But also Taurus, you really do feel like you're right. Like, you really do. Like, you're not just stubborn, you really think that you are always right. The biggest secret about Taurus people is they have a little bit of selfishness that they don't tell the people about, because as much as they're there for everybody else, if they had it their way, things would be their way. And if they didn't have to consider other people's feelings, they wouldn't. Because they might still do some stuff that they don't necessarily want to do, but I can tell you right now, in the back of their minds and in their head, the thoughts that they are thinking are not very nice. They be saying some real nasty shit about you up here. Gotta watch out for them Taurus people. Love y'all. Love you Taurus people. You know I love you. Y'all my babies. But y'all also ain't right. I know you are glad that mind readers don't exist. Y'all be coming for blood. So now on to Gemini people. Y'all biggest secret is that y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. That's not a secret. Everybody knows that. Damn, did I just really go in on y'all like that? Nah, I'm a Gemini. You know I love my Gemini family. But something that does happen that y'all don't want nobody to know about is that you guys collect the receipts. You guys are the receipt collectors. So everybody and their mamas come to you spilling all their tea that you didn't even ask for. It's like you just start having conversations with people and they start telling you their whole life story. But the thing about Gemini people, sweetie, is that if you try them, if you cross them, just know that Gemini people keep mental notes, okay? They might not act on it, but they know. And they are not afraid to use it against you when they destroy you for that final time. So just know that every Gemini person is collecting receipts up here. So if you were a shady person, if you're a messed up person, if you've done some fuck shit, they might let it go the first time. They might let it go the second time. They might even let it go the third time. But when it's over for you, you gonna know, because they're going to come to your face, drag you, literally slice and dice you up with that tongue, with that Mercury, with that mouth, and they will destroy you. And Gemini people don't want you to know that they have that side to them because they want to get along with everybody. But just know that Gemini people have multiple sides, and depending on how important and how unimportant you are to their life, you're gonna get a different version of them. And they kind of do that for their own protection, because who they are at home and the safety of their own home and their own comfort, and who they are in social environments ain't the same people. I'm gonna tell you right now, because they're adaptable. They always know that they know how to adapt. So that's why I don't really try one, because when you really test it with them, sweetie, it's over for you. So now on to Cancer. Y'all be playing games. Y'all be playing mind games. Y'all be playing mental games, and you know it, but you don't want nobody to know. That's the thing, because you like when people partake in the games that you create. Like when you throw fits, when you storm out of rooms and all that jazz, you be want somebody to chase you. And then when they don't chase after you, you be feeling some type of way. You're like, dang, they must not care about me. But to be honest, some people are just not about to be all on that drama. Like, I'm sorry, some people are just not gonna put up with it. But I think that's why you do that though too, because you want to find somebody who can put up with all that. You want somebody who's gonna rip your shell off of you and give you that unconditional love, that unconditional support. Somebody who can put up with your antics, because you know that you're a mess. That's the thing. Cancer people know that they're a mess, and the reason why they play these games is because they want to make sure that they find the one who's gonna stay there no matter what, because they want to build a life together. They want to have kids. They're very family oriented, so they're gonna show you all the ugliness basically before you can see all the best parts about them. Like, they're gonna show you their worst part before you start to see all their good, kind of thing like that. They want to make sure that you don't get turned off, because if you can handle their worst, they feel like then you can handle anything about them basically. And they really don't know how to handle their emotions, and that's why they let all of them out, and that's why they're so expressive, because that's kind of the only way they feel like they can let all this like going on basically inside of them. That's how they let it free. So that's why they're sporadic, and that's why they're like a mess. And that's just how it be. That's how it is when you feel a lot of emotions. You can't blame them because they're a water sign. They can't help it. But y'all not slick. Just know that. Just know that I know the games y'all play. Just know. Just know. And the thing is, when people find out about the games that they do play, like with the manipulative games, because they play some little manipulative games too, they don't just use those tears when they're actually sad. They actually know how to pull those tears and show them waterworks to make you feel bad, to play that victim card, to make you feel guilty. But when they find somebody who's not gonna fall for that, then they just go tell everybody else about you and paint a different narrative about you to everybody else. So either way, if you don't fall into their games, they're gonna get you. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop till they get what they want. So now on to Leos. Leo people just want to be assured and appreciated. And the thing about Leos too is that they come up as so confident, as so arrogant, as so cocky. But the secret is that a lot of that is fake, because Leo people have a lot of insecurities, but they're always described as being the most like arrogant sign. And yes, they do know and think that they are that ish, but it's more like fake it till you make it for them. When other people admire them, when other people boost them up, when other people gas them up, then they actually start to get confident. Like, their self-esteem is basically fueled by everybody else, and they're the main ones who talk about, I don't care what other people think, but like, they're the main ones who do care about what other people think. So when people tell them good things about themselves, their self-esteem just skyrockets. And then when people start saying negative things about them, that's when they start getting into their little moodiness. And that's why Leo people have to be careful not to have yes men around them, because yes, they might feel good, they might feel confident, but it can get to a point where they don't have genuine friendships, because some of these people are just telling what they want to hear versus what they need to hear. And it's not that Leo people can't take criticism, because they can, but Leo people also do get off on other people's attention, compliments, assurance, all that shit. Now Virgos, come on, you ready for Virgos? They be trying to help everybody clean their mess. They be trying to get you together. They be trying to fix your life and trying to organize everybody else. But honestly, it's just to distract that they have their own issues and their own demons that they don't want nobody to know about. That's why they don't be talking about it, because they're very private people. Virgo people don't tell people anything. That's the thing. Like, they'll have you guessing. You could literally try to badger them. They're so stubborn, like as an earth sign too, that it doesn't matter how much you poke and pry for the information. They're just never gonna give it to you. They're like rocks, because that's like being earth sign. They're rocks. So that's why they just start like trying to clean everyone else up and start telling everybody else about themselves, because they don't want people to start digging for their stuff. And a lot of times they don't even like clean their own lives up, just because they feel like it's so chaotic to an extent, because their life always has some form of chaos in it, and they turn chaos into order. So they feel better knowing that they can help other people if they can't help themselves. That's why like they'll help other people, because they're a service sign. But I'm sorry, Virgos, I had to get at you. You ain't slick, even though I love y'all, but you ain't slick. So now on to Libra. So Libras have a very big insecurity of not knowing where they're gonna end up, because as we know, they can't make their mind up. And yes, we make jokes about it, but it's actually very serious for Libra people. They're always looking for guidance of some sort and also other people's opinions, because sometimes they don't know if what they're doing is the right thing or not. Like, they have a problem with just trusting their gut to an extent. It's almost like they use other people's opinions to kind of help them make their mind up and also to help validate them. So they need guidance, and that's often why they end up in relationships. And while they'll find that like guidance in a lover, they work really well when they have somebody by their side to give them good advice. And sometimes it can be something as simple as like choosing which top they should wear. But you'll see a lot of Libras who are better in relationships than they are when they're single, and they like being in relationships. They love it. They feel complete to an extent. Like those scales kind of like even themselves out. Libra people are the main ones like in college who go into like the career center and try to talk to advisors because they need somebody to advise them on what they should do. But the secret that they don't want to know is just actually kind of like terrifying to these people, because they really don't know what to do sometimes. They don't even know like how to go about making their dreams happen or how to go about making something happen for themselves. And also they're very on and off as far as like their energy to an extent. Like one minute they'll be really, really positive about something, excited about something, and then the next like they'll just be so discouraged and so physically exhausted and mentally exhausted. It can be hindering to an extent, so I feel like they just need to find some balance. And that's when they can thrive. But when the wind's blowing and their scales are just like flopping in the wind, it is not a fun time for them. So now onto Scorpio people. I'm about to really get y'all, because I love Scorpios. You know, I love me some Scorpios, but y'all are the shadiest sign, period. Let me tell you something about Scorpios. They will always have one over you, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter how close of friends you are. It doesn't matter. Scorpio people will always make sure they have one over you just in case you try to screw them over, because they're very careful like that. Like they will make sure they have the screenshots. They will make sure they have the video evidence to like ruin you if you try to ruin them. But the thing is, they will never hurt somebody that they care about because they're so loyal. But they will always make sure they got a backup plan, because the one thing that Scorpios are better at than being good lovers is getting revenge. They don't trust anybody. They have major trust issues. They've been screwed over in the past, and they're like all or nothing people. Like if their best friend killed somebody, they will help them bury the body. But let's say they get called into questioning and you ain't making sure that you have their back. Oh, they will make sure that you end up in jail. Like they'll have the video recording of you burying the body. Like a phone set up in the bushes, but they'll make sure they're not in the video, but it's recording you, and they'll get off scotch-free. So people watching this, don't mess with the Scorpio, because they will destroy you. So now onto Sagittarius people. So you know, you guys are the happy ones in the zodiacs, the positive ones, always spreading good energy, giving good advice to other people. All your friends, you're always there for them. You're always there to give them words of encouragement. But Sagittarius people are not as happy as they portray themselves to be, and they preach positivity and good energy, but they suffer like with the most demons and silence in their fire sign. And I just kind of compare them to being that light that either everyone tries to suppress and tries to put out, or that light that like all the freaking moths fling to and dump all their garbage on them and try to use because they're so giving. They have such a giving energy. But that really does get to Sagittarius people, even though it might not show, because they kind of have to like cry or have like a little bit of a breakdown like behind the scenes to let all of that out, because all of that energy really consumes them. Make sure to check on your Sagittarius friends too, because Sagittarius people, you would never know if there's a problem. Like you would never know. They're really good at like keeping that like side of them to themselves. So now onto Capricorn. Capricorn people are like so ambitious. We've talked about this before. Like they have this hunger and this drive for success, and they won't stop until they get it. Like they're such hard workers. But the reason why Capricorn people are so ambitious and so determined is because they have that belief that nobody else is gonna do it for them. So the good in that is that they get things done, because honestly, if you don't have a choice but to be successful, you're gonna be successful, right? But the bad is that it actually does stuff to their mental health. And I can speak on this personally as a Capricorn rising. I definitely experienced this. It's like they don't stop working, and I feel like it stems out of fear to an extent, because they want to make sure that they're okay financially. Like they have to be financially comfortable. So that's why they keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. But the secret about Capricorns that they don't want you to know, they hate the pressure that they feel knowing that the only people they really have is themselves. That might not be the case, because there might be people who actually are there for them, but it doesn't matter. Like, they will refuse help. You cannot give them help. They will not take it because they are so independent. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Most Capricorn people had to grow up really fast because they've had childhood experiences that basically made them have to be as independent as they are and as driven as they are. So they've always carried this burden of responsibility on them. You can't help them. They'll literally disappear. Like, they'll ghost you when they're going through stuff. They take self-responsibility to a new extreme. But Capricorn people watching, like, people want to help you. It's okay. Like, it's okay. You do so much. You work so hard. Give yourself a break. I'm here for you. My DMs are open. If you feel like you can't talk to anybody in your regular life about it, you can talk to me about it. Now, Aquarius, you guys feel like the outcasts. Like, your problems and your issues aren't as important as everyone else's, and that's why a lot of times you won't voice them. You won't voice your concerns. Like, you'll suppress your emotions and you'll push them to the side. It's almost like you guys don't like to disturb the peace and you always want to come up as composed, but I'm gonna tell you, you ain't always composed. Aquarius people be going through some stuff, but they will always present themselves as having it together or being chill, because they're just like, I'm chill. But no, y'all be going through it. And you feel like sharing your emotions and your thoughts is just gonna ruin everyone else's happiness and kill everyone else's vibe. And that's why you watch the ones you love from afar to an extent. You don't get too involved in like anything. I don't know if it just comes out of a fear of like messing things up, but you guys are very cautious and you're very distant. And you feel like nobody will understand. And even when people try to check up on you because they can see there's something up, you always downplay your problems. And even on phone calls and stuff like that, you will always downplay your problems. You will never present it as being a huge deal, even if you do open up about it, which is very rare. But you don't want nobody to know that you even upset to begin with, because that's y'all's secret. You don't want people like going after you, chasing you, hitting you up, calling you. You don't want that. But it's just because people care about you. Like, I know you care about everybody else, but people care about you too. So now on to the last sign, Pisces. Now you guys ain't slick. Oh my gosh, y'all are not slick. I swear you guys just play helpless because you want people. You want people to come to your aid. You want people to help you because you know people will. That's the thing. You know that people will come swoop you up and save the day. And that's why y'all do the bare minimum. It's not because you can't do more. It's like y'all take work smarter, not harder to like a new extreme. Like, why I gotta do this when somebody would do it for me? It's almost like because you guys are the oldest sign, I compare it to like older people. Because you know, when people get to a certain age, they're like, I ain't doing nothing. Like, the world owes me this. Like, sweetie, when you get older, that's usually when like your daughters and your sons and stuff will start taking care of you to an extent. Like, they'll start coming over and they'll start helping you. They'll start watering the garden. They'll start mowing the lawn while you just inside watching them. Because it's like, I ain't about to go out there. So I feel like Pisces are like that to an extent. It's almost like they're just gonna watch everybody else clean them up. Well, I feel like Virgos and Pisces, I don't know why, I just feel like they would be like compatible. Obviously you can't completely tell just off of the sun signs because you have to look at the Venus and all that in the chart too, but like I feel like Pisces and Virgo people would just love each other because Virgo people would just be able to get everything they want. They would be able to help the freaking Pisces people and do whatever they want, and the Pisces people would love it. They would love that somebody's just doing everything for them. But the thing is, Pisces are capable. They're very, very capable, and the secret is that they are capable, and I feel like they play themselves down on purpose. But they also can't be alone. Like, they need people around them. Like, they need family similar to Cancers. They're fish who won't travel in a big sea alone. They need to be in schools, and they'd probably be jellyfish attached to a school of a fish that's just pulling them, dragging them everywhere along the way. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm sorry I had to do y'all like that again. Y'all probably won't admit it, but every single time I do these videos, you guys just love this. You love it. But if you like this video, make sure to slap that like button, subscribe, and also tap that bell to be notified every single time that I upload a new video. I upload astrology videos every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. and then sometimes when I mess up, I upload it on Thursday. Also, make sure to go check out the video that I just did with Victoria, where me and her read famous YouTubers charts. I'm telling you, some tea jumped out. She literally predicted basically like everything that's going on with James Charles now in his birth chart. It was really crazy. Like, I'm still shook. You can click this box right here and just tap it and watch it there. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you super soon with a new video. Bye.